And welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, where in the last episode it was just the intro, and now we're actually leaving off where we were in, well, both Kingdom Hearts, well, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1. I don't know why I'm saying both Kingdom Hearts 1 in the intro, because this wasn't a part of that. Now, I guess I can get some stuff out of the way. Now, this game was originally a Game Boy Advance game, and I have to say, the graphics on that were amazing. Square did like a really, really good job, because this was actually like an somewhat animated thing. Sora's hair is a lot darker than I normally remember it being. Maybe because it's just nighttime, but his hair is it's a lot more dark brown than I remember. It's weird.
Along the road ahead lies something you need. However, in order to claim it, you must lose something that is dear to you.
Now, for those of you who have been watching my Kingdom Hearts Let's Plays in order, this place might look familiar to you. But to those who are new to the series, this probably doesn't. By the way, I'm pretty sure I've seen that thing show up like 3 separate times by now. So, yeah, I already know what game I'm playing. Yeah, like here, Sora's hair is lighter than what it was before. Like overall, it looks lighter. Okay, to be honest, this game does not... Like, I can see it, like... In this game, the 1080p does not work for the backgrounds that well. Because, like, I can see, like, the somewhat pixels of it. Like, it's... Yeah, it's really disorienting.
Really? Because now that you mention it, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Seriously? Me too. One look at this castle, and I just knew.
By the way, that is the same voice actor, but there's a really major issue as to why that's the case. I can explain because there's subtitles, but the reason for that being is because this was recorded after Kingdom Hearts 2. The original Chain of Memories did not have any voice acting in it, so yeah, there wasn't really a need. But then when this came out in the PS2, well, you needed voice acting for that, and, you know, the voice actor for Sora, Haley Joel Osment, had, grown up, and, you know, voice got deeper and all that, and after like I said before, recorded after too, so you can't really go back in time, but, yeah, Sora's voice is going to be similar to well, exactly like KH2's, Sora. To be honest, I kind of like it. I kind of like the voice for KH2 Sora here.
isn't working.
I should think it's obvious. The moment you set foot in this castle, you forgot every spell and every ability you ever knew.
Yeah, this game does not look as good as Kingdom Hearts 1. I have to,
to
I have to
lose,
mention that
and
right
to
now. It
lose
does
is to
not.
find. That is the way in Castle Oblivion.
Castle Oblivion?
By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear the car outside, but that car is being annoying right now.
Here you will meet people that you have known in the past, and you will meet people you miss.
I miss? Riku! You mean Riku's here?
If what you want is to find him.
Man, I could have just found my thumbnail, but probably not. There might be a better one later on.
What'd you do?
I merely sampled your memories, and from them, I made this. To reunite with those you hold dear.
What's this? A card?
Speaking of which,
It is a
isn't
promise for the
it's like
reunions.
impossible to find like a good PNG for
Hold the
cards
card to
unless
open
they're
the
like
door and be entered
made
in
by
the
someone, and I
world.
kind of don't want to go through all that. So
Proceed, Sora.
yeah, my thumbnails kind of have like a really crummy card PNG that's just enlarged.
To claim anew, only to lose.
Come on. Let's go.
Alright, 10 minutes in, and we're actually able to move now. That's fun. Well, for this video, it would be like 7 minutes in. But, since I'm doing this and the intro in one recording, that's 10 minutes for me. And I'm just gonna skip through all this text because it's just tutorial, and I can explain tutorials myself. Man, trust me, I'm gonna really have to do that because, A, I'm just going to skip to the tutorial because no one really cares about that. You guys aren't really playing the game. This can't be right. We're in Traverse Town. What you see isn't real. This town is an illusion created by your memories ingrained in that card. My memories? Forget about that, Sora. We lost Donald and Goofy. Sora's default face here is so dumb. Donald? Goofy? Guys, where are you? What did you do with them? They are at the mercy of the cards now. Master the cards, and their strength will be yours again. And introducing the new... Wow, gameplay looks... I don't know why, but I feel like there's a sudden jump between 30 frames and 60 frames, because the gameplay here, 60 frames. Everywhere else, it feels like it's in 30. But yeah, this new card system, not a lot of people like it. To be honest, I'm one of those people that do like it, but that's mainly because I know how to really use the cards. Most of the time, whenever I see people using the cards, they don't exactly do very well with it, and also jumping is kind of floaty in this game, but we're going to ignore that for right now. And just gotta use the cards real quick. Tutorials, they're fun. And also, yeah, I gotta fix that later. The target button is R2 in this game by default, which is stupid, but eh. Especially since the last game was, you had R1 to do it, and in pretty much every other game is R1. Yeah, in pretty much every other game that's on PS4 anyways, it's R1, but in here it's R2. But yeah, I'll try and explain the mechanics of the card system, like when we get into actual battles, because going over it through the tutorial, A, it's kind of just repeating the It's kind of hammering the same nail multiple times. It's already hammered in. If that makes any sense. And then, it gives me something to talk about during the battles. And, oh, touchpad, okay. Because I actually haven't touched Rechain of Memories on, PS4. So I was like, wait, I don't have a select button. What do I do? Because PS4 controllers don't have a select button, they have the giant, touch button. Are you two alright? Where have you been? You tell us. When you opened the door, we saw a strange light. And the rest is just blank. By the way, Jiminy has a lot more to do in this game than normal. Try to remember what happened. I have to keep my journal up to date. Hey Donald, where'd I get the new clothes? Me too. Yeah, I don't think they exactly explain how that happens, but I think it's in reference to like when they came to Traverse Town that they got new clothes, but beforehand when they weren't in Castle... Wait, did they say the name? I think they did, but whatever. That's going to be mentioned later anyways. When they entered Castle Oblivion, then I can't speak right now. When they entered Castle Oblivion, they didn't have the new clothes they have on right now. Then, there it is. The rest of Castle Oblivion awaits. Walk the avenues of latent memory and you shall meet someone dear to you. I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, we can't exactly go back. Well, actually we can, but relax, Jiminy. I'm ready for any tricks he's got up his sleeves. How hard can it be to figure out these cards? To some people, it's very difficult, and I don't exactly see the biggest problem with that, so... Like, honestly, I like using the card system. I don't see it as bad because I know how to use the card system to my advantage. For the most part. I mean, sure, there'll be times where it doesn't exactly work out, but for the most part, it works out for me. Now, before I actually strike that barrel, I'm gonna hit these. Because in the environment, you can smack things and you can get health or MP, which is Moogle points in this game, not like magic points. Alright, hit that. Now we get ourselves a Blizzard card. Ah, Traverse Town theme. It's so good to hear you. Yeah, they can throw objects. Just lift them up. And now we can throw it. Hopefully this actually lands so I don't look stupid. Cool, it did. But hitting a Heartless with one of those will stun the enemy. I'm doing... I tried to lock on. Yeah, I gotta change that later. I can't change it right now, unfortunately. I just have to go into like the next room and then I can change it. I also have to change the camera controls because I play with inverted controls. That's just how I am. I might as well. Yeah, I have to change both of these. Yay, more tutorial, but before we end up leaving, we're going to destroy more stuff in hopes of finding more Moogle points. Moogle points can be extremely useful, because they help us get cards later on. We're going to need those. Now, I guess I can explain it while I have the time. But, in this game, you have cards, obviously. But, these cards are tied to your attacks. And for every card that you have an attack. However, if you run out of these cards, and it's not exactly easy to, well, it is, but it's a little complicated to explain. I've never really had to try and explain this to someone. I've only had to like really give tips. And also I can change the thing now. I can change my controls, so I need to do that. There we go. Yep, that feels nice and comfortable. But like when it comes to attacks, you are able to do as many as you can. However, it's really difficult to explain, especially since I don't have like a decent, like I'm not far enough into tutorial to like tell you about certain things because, well, we haven't gotten to, like, there is another part of the tutorial, so yeah, that's fun. Alright, we use that. But, okay, let's see if I can actually explain this. all cards have a value of 0 to 9. And this is going to be a really long explanation, but that helps me go over gameplay, so yeah, at least we have that. So, card values go from 0 to 9. A higher card number breaks all the cards that have a lower value than that. So let's say I use a 7. That breaks anything below that. But there is an exception to this rule, the 0 card. The 0 card is probably the most powerful card in this, well, powerful value in this game. What 0 cards do is that if you use it after an enemy uses pretty much any attack, it instantly breaks it. So let's say someone had, for whatever reason, a card that, a card combination that goes up to, let's say, like 15. Obviously, you don't have any regular numbers that break that. However, if you were to use 0, then that would break the card combination. However, if you use 0 first, this can be broken by anything. So it's the most powerful card and your most weakest card. That was bad grammar, but is also your weakest card. So timing for that is everything. So you need to be careful about that. So going off the whole value thing, you would more than likely think that any like really low number cards are useless, and I kind of have to agree. Yeah, they're relatively useless. Mainly because most of the time you're going to be fighting enemies with like cards that have like what stats of like 4 or higher half the time, but like 4 cards and up, those are acceptable, those are fine. It really comes down to like, if it's 3 or lower, I don't use it. But if like 4 is good for like a starting point, but after that 5 and up is really where you should be in order to make sure that you can, you know, dish out. Well, it's not damage because the cards aren't determined by that. Well, the damage is determined by the value of the card. Let me use Goofy here. Hopefully this will do a good amount of damage. Goofy is like really good in this game if you know how to use him. Alright. And then Donald is not. So how Donald works in this game, for me to explain why he doesn't exactly work out that well in this game, is that Donald, he can use 1 of 4 magic spells. Problem is, those 4, well, he uses 2 spells and he chooses 1 from 4 spells for each time. The problem is, which of the 4 he chooses is completely random. Like, he could use 2 fires in a row, he could use 2 blizzards in a row, he could heal you twice, or he could use a blizzard and a thunder, or whatever. However, there are enemies in this game that have resistances. Well, yeah, resistances, and can also heal off of said things. So, if he just so happens to use a particular thing that on a particular, you know, resistant or health enemy, or even boss, then you know, that's fun. But yeah, Donald might actually be his worst in this game compared to everything else. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually about to skip this, but this is important. We need this. Fighting alone isn't as easy as I thought. It's easy. Yes, it is. And I need water. I've been talking a lot more than I normally do. Don't pop out of nowhere like that. Hey, it's not our fault. We don't know what's going on. What? Pluto? Things keep getting stranger. What's Pluto doing here? There's nothing strange about that. We came to Traverse Town with Pluto, didn't we? Did we? No, wait. According to my journal, it was before you met Sora that you came to town with Pluto. He's right. We were chasing after Pluto, and that's how we ended up in Castle Oblivion. But aren't we in Traverse Town? No, we're not. Yeah, it's not really Traverse Town. I think the card created this Traverse Town inside Castle Oblivion. Who cares about all that? It's too confusing. If you think that's confusing, just wait, Sora. Just you wait. I don't know where we are, but let's just keep going. Yeah, going, moving, whatever. Forward, defeating Heartless. We'll get somewhere. You better be careful, or it's the Heartless that are going to defeat you. It is our boy, Leon. What are you doing in Castle Oblivion? Castle Oblivion? What are you talking about? This is Traverse Town. And how do you know my name? Who are you? Yeah, just an exclamation point. That doesn't do anything. I've never met you. I've never met the likes of you. Quit playing, Leon. We all fought the Heartless together. You know that. Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know your names. You don't? Sorry. I can't believe it. How could you have forgotten about us? I feel for you, but you've probably got the wrong guy. Happens all the time. Don't take it so personally, Sora. Yeah, they caught on to that real quick. You do know his name. Now hold on. Why do I know your name? You think Leon's just kidding around? If he is, it's not funny. Sora's really upset. Who's kidding around, Goofy? You and Donald are the ones who... Yeah, he knows their names. I don't get it. Something's wrong with my memory. What's happening here? I don't know, Leon. Maybe Aerith was onto something after all. She says she sensed some uncanny kind of power, and asks us to look into it. Well, this is as uncanny as it gets. Maybe you should take Sora to see Aerith. Yuffie, you know my name. Yep, looks like you know mine too. You know him? Nope, total stranger, but I definitely know his name. Strange, yes, but convenient. We can skip the introductions. How is it that you can accept this situation so easily? Yeah, that is a fair point. Well, I'm gonna run ahead and fill Aerith in. Leon, you give them the grand tour, aka another tutorial. Yeah, Leon he doesn't understand what's going on. I guess there's no use pondering over it. Come on, follow me. Well, there are Heartless wandering around town. I better teach you how to protect yourself in battle. Okay, so remember all that stuff I mentioned before? He's pretty much doing exactly what I said before. But there is one thing that I didn't mention, which he is going to get to explaining in this, but I can explain it before him, maybe. When it comes to using slights, there are... Well, you can get 3 cards when you use a slight. Whenever you use a slight, your first card that you put into that slight disappears unless you use a high potion, I believe. Yeah, a high potion, which you don't get until later on. Yeah, okay, yeah, I actually just got to it. Stocking cards, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I used the wrong thing. And you can also cancel it. But combining cards, you can get, yeah, like I said before, you can get slights, and they're like pretty much special moves, but you have to like level up, and then you can, like before when I was explaining everything, there was like a third option that said slights, and I chose that. You can get new, special moves that way, and that's pretty much the only way you can get them. But yeah, you just have to level up and get the slights whenever they're available to you. Think you got the hang of it, Sora? Yeah, more or less. I'll pick up the rest when I fight some real battles. Here, I found this lying around. You take it. Remember what I told you and make good use of it. Yeah, not a lot of people do that, because whenever I see some people playing the game, well, this game, Most of the people are just spamming slights, and that's not at all how you should be playing this game. This game is a lot more strategy based than other games. I need to remember how to play this game, speaking of which. Get rid of the 1, that's useless. And I'll get rid of a 2. And I'll replace it with this. Swords. There we go. Now, how I do things is that I always have my 0 cards at like the very end of my deck. That way I can just like automatically go to certain things. Like if someone were to, you know, pull out like a, oh, well, trophy, yeah. If someone were to pull out like a, what is it? Like a 9 or something, and I don't have any cards that can break that, I can just automatically scroll over to the 0 that's like 2 cards away from me. Like, that's a little shortcut that you can do. Like, you have to think a little bit outside the box when you're playing this game. And that's kind of why I like it too. You can think outside the box in this game. Where did the card probably, yeah, it bounced up there. I can't really get it either. Okay, I have to dodge all the Heartless in order to get it. Because I think the card's bounce indefinitely. Soldier, there we go. Okay. Oh, it was just a 5. Well, that's fun. Alright. Yeah, we're going to get into more battles. Now, I want to find a time where I can just, like, stop. I need to get a save point, though, which is another map card. Speaking of which, I need to explain map cards. So, map cards, that only hit 1, I'm actually upset. But, how map cards work in this game is that after every battle, or most battles, you'll get a map card. And this map card can be used to, you know, progress through the rooms of the world. And depending on which card you use, that will change how the room layout will be and what goes on inside the room. Like, for the card that I have, well, the map card that I have for this room, the way it works is that all of my attack cards get a extra boost in numbers. So while that is, of course, good, value purposes, that kind of makes all, not blue cards, wow, that's stupid, all of my 0 cards obsolete. So that 1 0 card I have at the very end of my deck, yeah, that doesn't work anymore. It's now just a regular 2 card, which is probably like one of the worst things I can be. By the way, that happens sometimes where the battle just lasts longer than it should. I don't know why it happens, it just does. But another thing that you can do by, well, that you can get by striking pretty much objects in the terrain is that you can get cards, which you can use for customization, which you're going to need to do in this game. You actually can't get through this game without customizing everything. And if you think you can, oh goodness, you are in for a treat. So it's either you learn quick or you don't learn at all. And this game is brutal later on, so yeah, learn now or... Also, there's a trophy in this game for not dying, so if you're really trying to get that, then, you know. Oh, I see a problem with that too. I'm on proud mode. I'm not going to be able to do that. Because I know some bosses, they get very, very difficult. So, not so hard. Donald, please? Okay, good. He did end up killing the guy. Because there will be times where it's just one enemy left, and he'll heal you twice. I mean, thank you for healing me, but I wanted you to defeat the enemy. That was kind of more important. But thankfully, Donald hasn't like done any like resistances on enemies yet. It might be better to use this. Also, no blocking in this game. I want to point that out because you can deflect attacks with cards. So yeah, that one little blocking crutch you probably used in a, well, it's not like a crutch, it's clutch, I think. I don't know, but advantage. That's, let's say that for like a better word. But that blocking advantage you had in the first game, yeah, that's not here. We gotta learn to deflect everything and roll. Move before you act. You gotta set yourself up into the right positions. Like, so. See? 2 Heartless down. Boom. Get over here. There we go. Shadow's still going into the ground. It never changes. This will probably be broken. To be honest, I expected the soldier to break that, but thankfully he didn't. Yeah, I gotta use this. Also, one thing that is bad about this game is that you can lose experience. And what I mean by that is, experience just lies on the ground after you defeat enemies. So if you don't pick it up after a certain amount of time, it just disappears. It doesn't automatically go towards you. So yeah, make sure you run around and pick up that experience, because you need every drop of it, especially in this game. You could possibly get away with it a little bit in the first game, but when it comes to this game, no. Later on, you need all the experience you can get. And like, that's kind of the case where all RPGs, you need as much experience as you can get, so don't skip any battles, or else you are going to severely suffer. Alright, gonna defeat. I wanted to hit you, but unfortunately that didn't work out. Also, one thing that's kind of funny in this game is whenever you do like a very severe card break, the screen kind of just warps. I mean, you guys might notice it, but I don't know. Is this where we need to? Yes, it is. I want to save, but I kind of can't. So, what's it? This. I don't like using the black room cards, or the white room cards for that matter. Both of them are kind of pointless. Alright, time for water. Water, like that's proper grammar. Aerith, have you forgotten me too? I don't know whether to say nice to meet you or good to see you again. I don't think I know you, but I still feel like you belong here. Yeah, exactly. Like we've never met before. Well, I keep adding words sometimes and it doesn't make any sense, but it still doesn't feel weird knowing your name. But I'm telling you, we have met. We took on the Heartless together. We were a team. I mean, we didn't really do much together. I mean, yeah, they didn't really do much after the first act, but it feels like you're right, but I can't remember. Then I guess you won't remember what you told me. In Hollow Bastion when I sealed the keyhole. We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other. See? You do remember. He's right, Leon. I remember you saying that too. I guess I can't write it off as a coincidence then. Goodness, that bit was building up. I don't have any memory of it, but somehow I still remember. I think your heart is doing the remembering for us. My heart? We don't know you, Sora, but your heart is full of memories of us together. Those memories must resonate in our hearts too. Maybe they tell us things we couldn't otherwise know. So you're saying that Sora's memories are affecting ours? His memories do seem to have a certain power. Maybe it's like you guys said then. This town is just an illusion. Something my memories created. And there's someone special to you in this town? How did you... Ah, I get it. My memories are resonating with yours, telling you what happened. Yeah, a friend of mine is somewhere in this town. I mean, Castle Oblivion. Castle Oblivion? What's that? There aren't any castles in here. That's not quite what I meant. You're still not sure what's going on yourself, right? Right. We just got here after all. I want to take a better look around. And go have a walk around town. They are heartless, but that's no problem for you. So you know I can fight. I can't say I know, but I feel like believing you. Let's leave it at that. And now we have the key to truth. And basically all those key to whatever are event cards that happen every world, and there's 3 of them. But I want to, well, 3 minutes, that's 35. So we should be good, I guess. We can't change any, well, maybe actually. Hey, that's a perfect fit. Alright, so we're gonna... Now, one thing I like to do is I just like to put numbers in random spots. I know that sounds like really dumb, but it works. It actually really works. I don't have a save room card. That's the problem, though. I need to get one. I don't want to use a Teeming Darkness card, but yeah, I'm not going to use it because I do want to end up saving, so yeah. Also, the thing I mentioned earlier with the 0 cards breaking everything, that applies to doors. Alright, let's just get rid of these guys. And I wish that I aimed that better. Oh, there's so many. Alright, come on. This should do good. Oh, that did extremely well. Alright then. Ah, of course you broke it. I hate that. Yeah, sometimes they just break cards like as you're about to attack. Is the most annoying thing in the world. And I got a replacement for the card I just got. That's nice. I would like a save card though. Unfortunately, you can't get world map cards outside of battle, so yeah, you actually have to fight things in order to get world well, just map cards, not world cards. You get those for completing worlds, obviously. Well, I mean, just advancing through the story. I'll just leave it at that. But I guess, unfortunately, I kind of had to do all of Traverse Town in one episode. I wasn't really expecting that. But unfortunately, there's not a save point anywhere, so... Yeah, that's one thing that's kind of bad in this game. It's not exactly well paced. Because in order to get a save, like, in between, worlds... there's only a save at the beginning area, like before you actually enter the world, and one at the very end. Everything else is determined on whether you get a save card or have one. So yeah, that's fun. Alright. Also, I'm surprised I kind of haven't gotten a Heartless card. Because I kind of expected I would get one by now, although the ones I would be getting are probably, you know, useless. Oh my goodness. There we go. I was about to say, like, Donald, please. Alright, get us that extra Moogle point. Did I already hit this? No, I didn't. Good thing I went over here. Alright, but there isn't much here. Okay, green card. Now, when it comes to this rule, some cards have, like, certain barriers where you have to use a certain type of card. So, since this is the only one of that. But it doesn't really ever, like, burrow down to you having to use, like, a very, very specific card. Like, you don't have to use one, type. Well, that's kind of vague. I've only... Well, one of the cards is Looming Darkness. Let's just say that. You don't have to... There's no point in time where you have to only use the Looming Darkness card. Wait, what am I saying? I don't know you. But you do look like a Sora with with all the spiky hair and baggy pants. It's okay, Sid. That's my name. So, you've heard of me, eh? Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Anyway, maybe you can help me out. A friend of mine's supposed to be somewhere in this town. Got any ideas? Your friend, huh? Lately, all this town sees is heartless. Can't even take 2 steps without getting attacked. In fact, this plaza's the worst. Word is a jumbo-sized heartless shows up when that bell rings. If you value your hide, you'll get out of here while the getting's good. So yeah, this episode might end up being an hour long. So, whoops. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe we should leave. Don't you want to see the Heartless? No, we don't. Why would we want to do that? Thank you, Donald, for having some sense. I don't know why we would want to, you know, see that. The bell. Be careful, Sora. Also, this is a pretty cool shot. I won't lie. And this guy may seem familiar. We're not fighting him in the same place as last time, but you know, it's close enough, except not really. It's in a completely different district. But, you know, still open area. Let's go. Alright, so second verse, same as the first. We just have to take out the body parts first, and then we're good. Ow. I didn't want to do that. I was hoping that the card would run out. Now, when it comes to bosses, did I not hit? I can't tell if I'm hitting anything or not, but well, not this boss. All bosses have these cards. And these cards can do a variety of effects, depending on just what boss you're fighting. Well, actually, no, it's not all bosses. It's all, like, Disney World bosses. I was about to get that wrong, but I'm gonna probably regret this. Okay, I think he did damage to the left foot, maybe. We have not done anything to that foot. Let me change that. Alright, that did a little bit, I guess. Alright, gotta move. Ah, what? I think you have to jump in order to dodge that attack. There we go. Alright, and we can just use Goofy, or not. So I was about to say we could just use Goofy to get rid of the attack, but, well, get rid of the foot. But yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that we don't have too many cards, but it's fine. Gonna use that just to bring you down, because he kind of just attacks constantly at this point. He does a bunch of attacks, so yeah, we are getting a good boost out of this too. We can't defeat him here, but alright. Does he go into the air? I wonder. Let's try it. Yes, he does. Yes, Goofy! You legend! My boy! Destroyed this man in midair. Absolutely spiked this man. I was really hoping that that would happen. That was funny. But yeah, I never really mentioned it before, but in the actual game, this looks fine in 60 frames and 1080p. It's just the cutscenes, they don't look good. Probably gonna need health, honestly. Because I know the fight that comes up next. So your friend wasn't here? No, I don't think... Oh, no, I don't think I'll find him in this town. But he's somewhere in this castle. I just know it. Castle? Like this whole town's inside some humongous castle? Well, that's rich. He's probably right, Sid. We may not understand what's going on, but Sora does. Somewhat. He can see that reality is bigger than just this world. I wish I was... Yeah, I wish I was that sure. You'll be okay, Sora. No matter what shape reality takes, you can handle it. I may not remember you, but I know you in my heart. Leon. Take care, Sora. I'm a little lost, but best of luck anyway. Yeah, that's a fair point. He was like the last person to show up in all this, so it makes sense that he pretty much doesn't know anything. What's up? I don't have all the answers, but I had to tell you something. Your memories created this town, right? That's what the guy who gave me the card said. If that's true, then this town is just a figment of your mind. And so are we. But you can't be a figment. You're standing right here. The town is too. But I'm not really me. I don't remember the things I should. And I sense things I shouldn't. Sora, beware your memories. In the journey to come, you'll be faced with more illusions. Sometimes the shadows of your memories will deceive you. Try to lead you astray. So, what exactly does that mean? I'm sorry. I'm just another illusion. The truth is out of my reach. Don't say stuff like that. It's depressing. Stay strong, Sora. Don't let the illusions distract you from what's truly important. Okay. Sora! Are you ready to go? Yeah, be right there. Well, I'd better be going. Aerith? Aerith? What about Aerith? Where did she go? I was just talking to her. Aerith left with Leon and the others, remember? Huh? You worried us, just standing there by yourself. Is this what she meant? To be honest, I think that's like the only time that actually happens in the game, so... yeah, that's kind of some lost potential. But thankfully, there is a save point. I didn't expect to have to go through all of Traverse Town in this episode. But yeah, in this room there's no Heartless. So, I'm thankful for that. But, oh goodness, we can finally end the episode off. So, in the next episode, by the way, there's a stupidly big ladder here. But, in the next episode, we shall continue on through Castle Oblivion. And, until the next video, take care.